a story inspired by grit, the power of passion and perseverance. The story of Maya, from dreamer to achiever. Maya grew up in a small town surrounded by rolling hills and endless horizons. From a young age, she dreamed of becoming a professional violinist. Her parents, though supportive, often reminded her, "It's a tough road, Maya. Talent alone isn't enough." But Maya wasn't just talented, she was passionate. She practiced every day after school, envisioning herself performing in grand concert halls. Yet, as she grew older, the dream began to feel distant. The challenges were mounting. Auditions were grueling, competition fierce, and there were countless days when Maya questioned if she had what it took. One day, after a particularly harsh critique from her instructor, she almost quit. But a surprising encounter changed everything. One rainy afternoon, Maya sat on a park bench, clutching her violin case and fighting back tears. A man sat down beside her. He was older, with a weathered face and kind eyes. "Rough day?" he asked. Maya hesitated but opened up. She told him about her struggles, how she felt like she was running in circles, and how she wasn't sure if she could keep going. The man listened intently. "You remind me of my younger self," he said with a smile. He introduced himself as Mr. Adler, a retired pianist who had performed with orchestras worldwide. "Let me tell you something," he said. "Passion isn't just about love for what you do. It's about commitment. It starts small, a spark, and grows as you nurture it. But nurturing takes time." Maya thought back to her first violin lesson. She remembered the thrill of plucking the strings and the pride in mastering her first piece. The spark was still there, buried under layers of doubt. Mr. Adler continued, "People think talent is everything. But let me tell you a secret. Counts twice. First, effort turns talent into skill. Then, effort uses that skill to produce results. Without effort, talent means nothing." Maya realized that while she was talented, she hadn't been giving her practice sessions her full focus. She had gone through the motions, but she wasn't stretching herself or addressing her weaknesses. That day, she resolved to practice smarter, not just harder. Maya started waking up early to practice scales and perfect her technique. It wasn't glamorous or exciting, but she found joy in small wins, hitting the perfect pitch or nailing a tricky passage. Each improvement reminded her that mastery wasn't about giant leaps, but consistent progress. At times, the grind felt endless, but she embraced it. "This is the work," she told herself. "This is what separates dreamers from doers." Months later, Maya auditioned for a prestigious youth orchestra. She poured her heart into her performance, but when the results came out, her name wasn't on the list. Crushed, she almost threw her violin into its case and gave up for good. But then she remembered something Mr. Adler had said. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Each failure teaches you something if you're willing to listen. Instead of wallowing, Maya asked the judges for feedback. Their critique stung, but it gave her clear areas to improve. She focused on dynamics and emotional expression, and her playing grew richer and more nuanced. Over the next few years, Maya faced countless setbacks. Some auditions went well, others didn't. Friends dropped out of the music world, pursuing easier paths. But Maya kept going, driven by a vision of herself performing under bright lights before captivated audiences. She created a grit journal where she tracked her daily progress and reminded herself of her purpose. On tough days, she would write, "The path is long, but every step is worth it." The moment of triumph. One crisp autumn evening, Maya stood backstage at one of the most renowned concert halls in the country. The years of practice, failures, and perseverance had led to this moment. As she stepped onto the stage, she thought about her journey, the spark of passion that had grown into a fire. fueled by grit. The audience was silent as she lifted her bow. And when the first note rang out, Maya wasn't just playing music. She was telling her story, a story of effort, persistence, and the power of never giving up. Maya's journey. Passion is a starting point, but commitment makes it grow. Effort turns talent into skill, and skill into success. The grind may be unglamorous, but it's where true growth happens. Failure is a teacher, not a dead end. Perseverance toward a meaningful goal is the ultimate key to success. Through Maya's journey, we see that grit isn't just a quality, it's a way of life. Whether you're pursuing a career, building a business, or chasing a personal dream, grit will help you stay the course, overcome obstacles, and achieve greatness.